Move it! Surrender!
Hi guys, we're back with another review video. This time we're going to be reviewing this, the King Arms Dragunov. This is the CO2 variant though. There are 3 variants in total: CO2, electric and spring. But we have the CO2 one with us. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So to start off the review, we're going to talk about the construction of the gun. Now, it is half plastic and half metal. The plastic is a nylon fibre, being here and here on the gun. It is quite sturdy and I would not expect it to break easily at all, unless you forced it to. The rest of it is metal, which is an aluminium. So the gun, though it's being 1.25 meters, it is still quite light for what it is compared to other guns. Now we're going to cover some of the other parts of this gun, and I'm going to talk about the CO2 cartridge. Now I'm going to show you where the CO2 cartridge is located. Like most sniper rifles, it is located in the rear end by the bolt. So it is not loaded into the magazine, which doesn't limit you to magazine options. It is quite easy to get to. You just push that down, you pull this out, and when removing this, you push this bit forwards, pull the trigger, and it removes quite easily. I'm not going to lie about this system. In the field, it is a bit of a pain in the arse when you're in the middle of shooting someone and the CO2 runs out, though you get quite a lot of shots out of this gun with this one. Now, a problem I have with is tightening it and loosening it. I cannot do it physically with my hands. You want to do this up until you hear a slight hiss. Now to reassemble it, just the reverse of what you did. Simple as. Though, with this gun, obviously to support a scope, you need some sort of AK mount system here. It does get in the way of releasing this, but you can still release it. But now we have it in, let's test it. And there you go, a nice bang. Now something nice about this gun is you expect sometimes the bolt is a bit heavy. With CO2 guns, the bolt is a lot easier to pull back. Not even far at all, it's cocked and ready to go. Okay, now I'm going to talk a bit more in depth about the gun and what you probably definitely want to know, which is the FPS. Now with a .2, this gun is a substantial 480, which is very close to the limit, which most sites is about 500 in the UK. When you go abroad, the rules may change slightly. Some sites may not allow, etc, etc, etc. We won't go into that. So to cover with that the range and the accuracy, which is another very important factor in this gun. Now the range, I used 3.6s and I am hitting 70 meters. I do notice inconsistencies with the shots curving to the side every now and again. So I would say it's not the most accurate gun, but out of the box, with the range, it is still quite substantial. Now it is a bit weird, the barrel length on this gun. The inner barrel is 560 millimeters. The most barrels that are sold separately are 590, so you might either need to get a shorter one or a mock silencer adapter, which I've only seen one website that's based in America sell this, and it basically just tips onto this, because this is just tightened by some sort of Allen key or pin down here, and it's just a smooth barrel. There are no threads on it at all. Okay, if I was to give a general overview of this gun, going through the cons and advantages, we're going to start with the advantages. This gun, out of the box being 70 meters, is a definite advantage. Also on that note, the magazine. Not having to put the CO2 in the magazine allows you to have more shots per magazine, and it doesn't limit your options when it comes to buying magazines, or mean you have to fork out a lot of money on a gas type magazine. Now I'm going to go through the cons of this gun. One of the cons, I would say, main con for some people would be the upgrade options on this gun. Now, it being very limited with its hop unit, its barrel length, and the fact that it's a CO2 limits your options. Also mentioning CO2, two main factors changing the CO2 in the field. The second factor, when you have a replica AK scope mount on it, this is the most regular one seen on the internet sites, eBay being cheaper. Most people buy it after forking out for a rifle like this. It does block this coming on, and you may have to loosen the quick detach option on it to mount it in and attach it properly. Another one which would be the accuracy. Now obviously it's pretty good considering, but there are rifles that have more consistency out of the box. So for a future improvement, definitely accuracy. With the accuracy in hand, with the range, you would definitely have a brilliant CO2 rifle. And I mean, for what it is at the moment standing, I'd give it a 7 out of 10, which is a pretty good rating. Obviously there's room for improvement. Well, that about sums up this review. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, whatever you feel like, and I'll see you in the next video.